This is Brett Vatesby in the video here, and it's time for another hockey card video. We got 3 big packs of mini packets. So let's just jump into this right away. We're going to start off with the first pack right now and see what's inside. All these cards are going to be going into our new collection that we made the video on last year. You can usually find a lot of these sports cards at any kind of dollar store, Dollar General, anything like that. At least for me in my region, these are usually available. So if you're interested in collecting your own sports cards, you could pretty much head over to wherever you see them being sold. It might be different places, maybe the drugstore, or maybe the dollar store, or it could be the toy store, right? Walmart, or any of those department stores. Okay, here we go again, everybody. This is like, I'm always a kid in a candy store when it comes to hockey card opening packs and stuff. I could have like thousands and thousands, which I probably will one day. So we got some card sleeves. I got these before. I don't really use them for anything, but it might be nice if you have a smaller collection and you just stack them up or something, which I'm so far past that point. Like, I have way too many cards. So there's 3 packs. We have a rookie pack with 4 cards. We have another 2020 pack, like if you saw in the previous video. And then we have another original 6 with 3 cards. And that 2020 pack, it does have 3 cards, by the way. So we'll start off with the 2020 pack. We'll do the original 6, and then we'll end with the rookie pack. So we're going to start off with the Florida Panthers, Carter Verhaeghe from the Panthers. Didn't he also play for like the Blackhawks or something? Nope, the Lightning. Okay. I might be thinking of a different player. Here's a beautiful Tuukka Rask card from the Boston Bruins, probably one of their most recent like big star goalies. Veteran goalies. Like, the word veteran is thrown around a lot in the NHL when it comes to players and goalies, but sometimes even the broadcasters, they'll call somebody a veteran when it's only like their 3rd or 4th season, and it's like, are you serious? Like, is it just becoming less of a standard? You know what I mean? Because normally you would say someone's a veteran if they played like 7 or 8 seasons or something like that, but it just seems like it's coming around so much sooner for different players. Here's a Barrie Colts player from the Ontario Hockey League, or the CHL as a whole. Declan McDonald from the Barrie Colts. Here's an original 6-pack. Are we just going to get more Boston Bruins players again? This might as well just be like a pure Boston pack at this point. That's Pavel Zacha from the Bruins. I do know quite a few Bruins players and things like that, but within these last couple videos, we've been getting like all Bruins guys and Caps guys. Oh, there's Marchand. We were talking about him in the previous video. Brad Marchand from the Bruins. Yeah, he was with Boston for a long time there. And Stefan Leach. Stephen Leach. We're just going to move on here with this rookie pack. We have a Canadian player, Jason Coulimore from the World Junior Tournament. A Canadian defender. Yeah, some of these junior players, I don't know all of them, of course, because there's just so many of them. Here is Mark Diazelli from the Generals. These OHL cards are pretty cool, actually. That's a 92 OHL Oshawa Generals card. And then here's a really interesting one. We have Owen Nolan from the Quebec Nordiques. That's an old school one right there, man. Owen Nolan from the Nordiques. And from the Phoenix or Arizona Coyotes. Is it the Arizona? Yeah, it's Arizona at this point. Anton Strawman from the Arizona Coyotes. And that's going to do it for the rookie pack. And we still have 3 more big packs to go through here. Ugh. Man, these are nice packs, like, to get a good, decent collection These are good packs to pick up in your store if you can find them. We've got a Canadian team pack with 3 cards, and we have a 2020 pack again with 3 cards. I mean, I just love the variety of these packs, that you can get almost anything. And then we have a 2007 pack with 5 cards, apparently. I mean, these are really good ones to put in my new collection. And we also have an NHL Pro set, a 1991-92 pack with 15 cards in it. Wow, I mean, I've never even seen these. These are pretty amazing. We'll save the Pro set for last. We'll start off with the 2020 pack again, and then we'll do the Canadian team, and then we'll do the 2007, and then the Pro set. I like to start off with these 2020 guys because they're probably the most recent, right? They're the most recent players that people probably know. Thomas Chabot, a veteran card from the Ottawa Senators. Thomas Chabot. Well, it says here that he's a veteran and he's only played 1 season. Oh, no, 6 of them. Oh, sorry, it just says the most recent one. Yeah, it says he played 6 NHL seasons. 2023 Parkhurst Champions card. Ryan Strome from the Anaheim Ducks. And here's a David Riddick card from the Nashville Predators. He got bounced around a lot. He played for Calgary originally, and then he backed up Connor Hellebuck in Winnipeg for a season. And then this is a Nashville card, so I guess this was before he went to Winnipeg. Yeah, Calgary for multiple seasons. Calgary, Toronto. I didn't even know he played for Toronto. And then Nashville, and then he also played in Winnipeg for a season. So that's the first pack. Now we're going to get into the Canadian pack. Elbows up. This country's funny sometimes. Okay, the Canadian pack. We're going to start things off with Matthew Joseph from the Sens. And we've got another one of him. Randomly. I don't even know this guy. I haven't seen him. Is he newer, maybe? I know he's got 5 seasons. Okay. Is he a defensive? Right wing. I've never even heard of this guy. And an old Mark Stone from the Ottawa Senators. He's now the captain of the Golden Knights, and they won the Stanley Cup. So we're going to open up this 2007 pack. Maybe I can get a Blue Jackets or a Thrashers player. I just don't see them that much, though. Like, I don't see the Thrashers players or the Blue Jackets that much. Well, that's interesting. It said it was a 2007 pack, but we're going to start things off with a Seattle Kraken player. Hayden Fleury. You must be from Quebec. Fleury. Saskatoon. Saskatchewan. Okay, well, I'm just being biased, apparently. And we have a Rangers card. Alexander Karpovtsev. That's got to be a Russian player. Yeah, Moscow. Or he played for Moscow. And he's from Moscow. That's a 93 card. 94 card. Said he made his debut in 93 at Pittsburgh. And he got 0 points, and the final score was 3-2 Pittsburgh. Valery Nichushkin from the Avs. Yeah, sometimes I look at the backs. Yeah, he also played for the Stars. And a 1990 All-Star Game Ray Bourque NHL Pro set. So it looks like this pack is just from different generations. There's no specific decade or anything. And we do have one more. We have Alex Auld from the Ottawa Senators, but here he's dressed up with the Montreal Canadiens. That's pretty old school, Alex Auld. Because he also played for the Panthers. I think I have quite a few of him. Because he played for the Panthers, and then he played for a couple of different clubs. Oh, the Canucks too, actually. Played for Vancouver. I didn't know that. Yeah, the Panthers, the Coyotes, Bruins, a bunch of teams. The Senators, the Stars, the Rangers, and the Canadiens. And then I guess he went back to Ottawa. So now we're going to get into that NHL Pro Set pack, 91-92. They're giving me 15 guys in this pack. Oh, there's a good way to start it, a Grant Fuhr from the Edmonton Oilers. I had him with the Calgary Flames, but I don't think I ever got him with the Oilers. I think I have a St. Louis Blues Grant Fuhr. And I also had a St. Louis Blues Roman Turek from the 2000 season when they won the President's Trophy. I don't have it anymore. Because again, I left it under my bed for a long time, because I used to have hockey cards all over the place at my old house. And then, like, it just got dirty under there with, like, hair and dirt and stuff and fuzz all over the place. And then I just took the stack of cards from under my bed. And it's like, this is gross, I don't want this. And then I just got rid of them. I feel stupid ever since for doing that, because I had some good cards in there. Philadelphia Flyers, Rick Tocchet. It was a nice Roman Turek, too. It was, like, shiny silver and everything. Classic Canadian goaltender, Kelly Rudy from the Kings. Yeah, they're just throwing me all the gems here. It's an interesting picture. Claude Lemieux from the New Jersey Devils. Kind of like a Matthew Tkachuk kind of player, like getting in your face and things like that. Mike Modano from the Minnesota North Stars, the old Minnesota team. Well, it's actually Dallas at this point, I think, isn't it? It doesn't say... Oh, it says Minnesota. Yeah, okay, it is Minnesota. Doug Lidster from the Vancouver Canucks. This is going to be a pretty lengthy video, actually, because we're still going here. Jamie Macon from the Calgary Flames. I don't really know how to pronounce his name. He was the captain at one point. That's interesting to know. Gary Galley from the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago Stadium 1991 card. The All-Star Game. I have a few cards like this where it's like Al McInnes and some of those other players. Bradshaw from the Hartford Whalers. That's a wrestler. Bradshaw. Doug Gilmour, one of the alternate captains from the Calgary Flames. Yeah, they're just throwing me all the classics in this one, man. Pierre Turgeon from the Buffalo Sabres. Matthew Schneider from the Montreal Canadiens, and then he also played with some other clubs like the Edmonton Oilers, and I think maybe the Kings? I can't remember. Brian Mullen from the San Jose Sharks, but here he's with the New York Rangers. Joe Mullen from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Here we have a Selke card with Dirk Graham. Yeah, I like these awards cards, actually. And this usually goes in my miscellaneous section of my collection. Like, I'll have a page just for awards. Like, if it's the Vezina or the William M. Jennings or the Hart Trophy. I know I'm pretty dorky. Lester B. Pearson or whatever it is. Selke. I have a few Selke cards, actually. And that's going to do it for this pack. That was the last one. Now we're going to get into the last one. There's so many cards in this video. It's pretty crazy. But I'm just saying, I mean, I could just do hockey cards, like, forever, you know. Alright, so we have a goalie pack with 3 cards, a 2010s pack with 3 cards, and then we have another 91-92 pack with 75 cards. Wow, they're just throwing me the classics here like it's nothing. And then we have 5 cards from all generations. It's that 2007 thing again, like the last one. So we're going to save the classic. Actually, let's just do the classics right now since we just did one. So we're kind of in the mood for it, you know. Wonder if I'll get any repeats. That'd be pretty cool. Like, you know, repeat Grant Fuhrs or something. Because, you know, growing up, like I've said so many times, my 2 best friends had hockey card collections, and they both played ice hockey, and Like, they would just collect and collect and collect like crazy. Here's Larry Robinson from the LA Kings. We have a Joe Sakic from the Quebec Nordiques. I have quite a few Sakics from the Avalanche and the Nordiques, actually. I have like 8 or 9 Sakics now, so it's always nice to add more of him into my collection. Minnesota North Stars captain Neil Broughton. It's crazy the amount of Nordiques players I actually have. I have like probably a few dozen of them. Like almost half of my Colorado page is Nordiques players. Kel Samuelsson? That must be a Swedish player. From the Philadelphia Flyers. Sweden, yeah. It's all in French here. I can't even read this, but I know he's from Sweden. Yeah, it's in French. I can't read it too well. Mike Keane from the Montreal Canadiens. He also played for the Manitoba Moose when they almost won the Calder Cup in 2009. I think he was the captain there, Mike Keane. Yeah, the Moose lost to the Hershey Bears for the 2009 Calder Cup. But it was the closest they came to winning that title, like for the AHL or whatever. But then, like, they got the Jets back anyway, and then the Moose still play, but, I mean, they got the NHL now. Here's Dave Barr from the Detroit Red Wings. Here's Dean Evason from the Hartford Whalers. My Whalers guys go with my Carolina Hurricanes, so that's what happens there. Another Whalers player, Todd Kriegier. Mike Gardner from the New York Rangers. Oh, here's a Bobby Holik for the Whalers. I didn't even know Holik played for the Whalers. Well, like I said, my first pack of cards I ever got, I got a Bobby Holik from the New Jersey Devils. And then eventually he went to the Atlanta Thrashers, too. Here's a Ron Francis from the Pittsburgh Penguins. And then he went to play for the Carolina Hurricanes. I think he also played for the Flyers. I think Francis, 1997, he was with the Flyers when they almost, well, they didn't really almost win the Cup. They got swept by the Red Wings, but they made it to the Cup with like Lindros and some of those guys. Petri Skriko from the Boston Bruins. Stefan or Stephen Leach from the Washington Caps. Here's a man from Kirkland Lake, Ontario, Darren Pupa, with the Buffalo Sabres. He also played for the Tampa Bay Lightning, most notably. Yeah, the Sabres and the Lightning, I think, Pupa. Yeah, classic Canadian goaltender. Yeah, Buffalo, Tampa Bay, and then, yeah, I think eventually he did retire. Here's a classic Detroit Red Wings player. This must be Terry Sawchuk, I was going to say. He's a retired number with the Red Wings. Terry Sawchuk. And I think that's that's it there. Well, that's all of that 91-92 pack. We got a lot of classics in this video. Now we're going to jump into the All Generations 5 cards in a pack. So we're going to start off with Nikita Zaitsev from the Ottawa Senators, one of the alternate captains at one time. I like this setup pretty good, where we just open the packs raw and I just show them to you and I don't have to like set up the book and everything right away. So I was trying to think about how I wanted to do all these videos, and like I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and that's ultimately the point, but you know, if we were just going to open them up, or if I was just going to put them in the binder and show them to you at that point. Here's Pete Peters from the Washington Capitals, it looks like. The Caps. Aliakse Protas. We have a Protas for the Windsor Spitfires right now, actually. It's from Belarus. And Cam Neely from the Boston Bruins, one of the alternate captains. I like these packs from all generations. I think they're pretty cool. And also, we do have one more. We have a Cody Ceci from the Ottawa Senators. We're going to save the goalie pack for last. Now I'm going to open up this 2010s pack. And I'm feeling pretty tired today. It's weird. Oh, look at this! Connor Hellebuck from the Winnipeg Jets. That's what's up. I don't have any Hellebucks. Or, yeah, sorry, I do have a few Hellebucks. Like, maybe one or two. But even my newer cards that I have, I keep forgetting who I have because I have so many cards. And, you know, like Sean Burke, I have him now with Phoenix, and I have him with New Jersey. And I have certain players with different teams that they've played for, and I can't always remember them all. Here's Colin Wilson with the Nashville Predators. And I always love getting Winnipeg players, or even Atlanta players. I really love that franchise. And from the Isles, it's Marek Zitlicki. The Isles are my favorite team. But like I've said in the past, I mean, they're my favorite American team, my favorite Canadian team is Winnipeg. But if I had to say, do I like Winnipeg more than the Isles, or the Isles more than Winnipeg? That's a pretty tough question. But I'll always say the Isles, just because they are my favorite. So now it's time to finish it off with the goalie pack. I wish there was more cards in the goalie pack, honestly. But it pretty much is what it is, so. Okay, we're going to start things off. Frank Pietrangelo from the Pittsburgh Penguins, a classic goalie from the 90s. 1990. We've got Chris Terry, John Gibson. We're going to finish it off with him from the Anaheim Ducks, longtime Ducks goaltender. So that's going to do it. I'm pretty exhausted. I'm going to need another coffee. Maybe I just had one. It's a lot of talking usually with these videos, so I really hope to get, like, I'm always hoping to get those Blue Jackets players that I need, or that Thrashers card, that Atlanta Thrashers card, but I never get them, so. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. My name is Rhett Vatesby. Stick around. There's going to be some new content pretty soon. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something. I'll see you next time.